So you may be wondering, what's the Vanilla Challenge? You came to the right place. We are in Farming Simulator 22 in my Zealanka world. For those of you that joined me for this series, you're going to be very, very familiar with what we're talking about today. I haven't seen any YouTube videos playing like this. It is, the Vanilla Challenge is basically, we're playing the vanilla game, which means no mods. We'll get more into that later. And it is a challenge. It is a challenging and balanced way to play Farming Simulator with the end goal of getting the whole map and working every type of crop. Ooh, how are we going to do that? Let's get into the rules first. Here they are. The first and biggest rule is that it is vanilla. We're playing the game vanilla, and the best way to describe what I mean by that is just let's go straight into the mod hub. Let's take a look, and I got a few mods that are downloaded there, and I'll show you what's good and what's bad. So here are some of the mods that I have installed, and I used some of them in the Farming Simulator 22 series. We're not going to talk about all of them, but the gist of what I'm getting at with the mods is if it creates financial gain, then we're not using it. We're not using the ones that like better contracts here. This one gives you more contracts. I want to use vanilla contracts, and whatever Giant set up for us for contracts, that's what we're using. Mods like this are okay. This is extended game info display. The only thing it's doing is giving us information. We're not getting any financial gain from it, or we're not getting any advantages as far as super strength or anything like that. These are the ones that are the big bads. For me, this is just for Vanilla Challenge. I'm probably going to be doing a streaming series where we are using mods, but we'll see how that goes. Here, beehive with 3 large frames. It's really cheap for the amount of honey you get. Really cheap trailers. This shovel, that's not a big deal, but like the TLX series, I haven't used this before. I know it is a good mod, but it does definitely adds things to the game that aren't in the vanilla area. So so let's keep talking here about the ones that are good. These packs here obviously have equipment in them, but they have the Farming Simulator 22 logo, and I've found that those are the ones that Giants has put in the game, and those are okay. Those are balanced for what they want to do with like a survival type of game. So I'm okay with those. Those are season passes, DLC, and expansions, things like that. Obviously, we're going to be playing the expansions and things like that. So that's kind of where I'm at with the mods. This type of mod, easy development controls, is okay, and it's not. I use it just for changing the field of view, and also for flying, for thumbnails and things like that. HUD toggle, turning the HUD off, things like that. That's okay. This isn't any financial gain. So that's my thought on the mods, and let's head back into the game. Let's talk collectibles, loans, and leasing. I will say for the Vanilla Challenge, those are all acceptable. They're a vanilla part of the game. Giants has included them as a way to get money and manage your farm and things like that. So I'm going to say all 3 of those are okay. Now, my strategy is I may want to do a little bit more of a challenge. I may not do collectibles. Leasing, I like to keep down to a minimum, and loans as well. But hey, they're in the game. They're part of the Vanilla Challenge. Hello, young lady. Enjoying your day in Zealanka. I hope you are. So I think that both of those, or all 3 of those, are just fantastic for Vanilla Challenge. Let's take a look at game setup. The Vanilla Challenge will begin with a start from scratch setup. We're going with the money that we get from start from scratch and basically no gear. I know that survival challenges are generally with 0 money and with 1 tractor and 1 truck basically, and a chainsaw, truck and a chainsaw maybe. But we're doing a little different. That's what's making the Vanilla Challenge just a little different than a regular survival challenge series. Let's get into the setting menus here in 22, because I'm sure the FS25 setting menu will be pretty similar. We'll kind of go through what our setup's going to be. Here we go with the game settings. We've got an autosave interval. Doesn't matter. Timescale, I keep it on 2. That's just the way I like it. It seems like it's a good amount of time for the day. It's not 1 times where it's a really long day, but we do have time to get stuff done. And we're going for 2 days a month. So that seems to work out well until the farm gets too big. We're going to have to figure out when it gets bigger how we're going to work with that. Economic difficulty on hard as per the start from scratch. Some of this stuff doesn't matter. Seasonal growth. Yes, we will have seasonal growth on. We talked about 2 days per month. And the snow, all this other stuff, crop destruction, periodic plowing, fieldstone, lime, weeds, all that. On. We want to do all the different types of work in the field that we can get to, because that's just fun. I love doing all the different types of field work. Automatic, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Trail fill limit, I've kept that off. I think that's what we're going to go with for our series. I don't know. If you're doing a vanilla challenge on your own, have at it. On or off, it's up to you. Fuel usage, that's another big one. As far as any other realism settings that come up in FS25, like tornadoes and things like that, we're keeping them on. We're keeping all the realistic settings on as much as we can. And here we are talking about strategy. These are less about the rules of how Vanilla Challenge works, and it's more about what I'm going to do to complete the Vanilla Challenge. Firstly, as I've done here in Zielonka, I'm going to use that used gear sale like mad. I love that used gear sale, and I will be using that as much as I can to get a discount on some good gear. There will also be heavy use of contracts. I'll be doing every contract I can get my hands on to begin with, and then hopefully we can phase them out as the farm gets bigger. We have more time to work on our own fields, and we have more fields to work in. And lastly, things I'm going to prioritize in the series that really have nothing to do with the Vanilla Challenge. I want to obviously get to new crops as soon as I can. It seems like long grain rice will be good for early game and new crops. I also want to get into the new animals as soon as possible. Goats might be the easy way to get into the new animals. We'll do water buffalo. I want to do all of them at some point. We'll do pigs and potatoes again like we did in Zielonka, but I want to do the new stuff as soon as we can. Also, you see those beauties behind me? Those hay bale beauties? Not anymore. We will not be using bales in FS25 if I have anything to say about it. Of course, we'll be going to the flow. We'll probably have some bales at some point. But I want to do loose silage and loose hay and loose straw. Get like a hay loft or something like that, or some pits to put some loose stuff in. That's my plan with FS25. Also, as with the sawmill behind us, I want to get into wood a lot sooner once we get into Riverbend Springs. There's some nice production, some nice houses we can build, all sorts of stuff to go with wood in Riverbend Springs. So I'm going to get into it sooner this time. We're not going to go full on until we have enough money to do so, but we're going to get some wood going almost right away. Good stuff to sell and good productions to get as far as the carriage and the rope factories and things like that. I'm in. I'm all in. So there you have it. There's the plan for FS25. I have not seen that you could do this. Can we get a contract for this, please? Can we get a contract to mow the soccer field? What's going to happen when I score a goal? Anything good? Let's see. Anything? Oh, yes. Nothing but cheering. So there you have it. We've got the Vanilla Challenge all set up for FS25. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. If not, that's fine. I can't wait to see you all. We got about another week or two until the game comes out. I cannot wait. I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in episode 1.